You watched an episode of
I've watched the last 3 episodes of NXT.
I am so proud of
both
you.
did, right?
Good work, guys. Now do you see why I like it so much more than Raw? It's so much better than Raw, right?
Yeah.
Before, you guys were probably like, wow, he's just being a fucking asshole about it. But no, it really is so much better.
Yeah, the wrestling
Did you see Samoa Joe's titties? Oh,
yeah.
Man, they're so big.
I couldn't believe that. What the hell was that off the top rope with Bailey?
Oh yeah,
what's her name?
The Bailey to belly.
Yeah,
Charlotte. Yeah.
You don't see that.
No, she does some crazy shit, and then she's wrestling Becky Lynch this week.
So we pointed
Tonight.
out Big Cass looks like Test.
Big Cass.
Yeah, he looks like Test.
I actually think that every time he comes out. I mean,
he's huge.
He's 7 feet tall. He used to play college basketball.
He's freaking huge.
He was going to be a doctor.
He reminds me of old school wrestler. The whole Attitude Era type of guy.
Him and Josh, yeah. Josh, too. I think that's why a lot of the judges see in him is like that old school.
They really need to bring in some new big guys.
They do.
That's why Josh should win.
They were calling, think about that. The season before this one, they were calling Andy like a big dude. He's like 6'4". That's the same height as Seth Rollins. Like, nobody considers Seth Rollins big.
I don't consider him big.
And he's 6'4". Like, that's the thing. He's not a small dude. Like,
But big dudes, they consider an over 6'6", 6'7".
Which is what
7
Josh
foot.
is. He played fucking right tackle in the NFL or whatever.
Yeah, the big dudes, they're starting to diminish in the WWE.
They are.
You got the Big Show, which is pretty much on his last leg. You could Kane, who's pretty much on his last leg.
Undertaker is on his leg. Yeah, you should retire.
Yeah.
They've been chanting that for weeks now.
No, but that's the first time I actually heard it on Raw.
Undertaker, Jesus Christ.
He's gonna die.
We watched that thing.
Brock Lesnar is gonna eat him.
We watched that thing after Raw.
Oh, yeah, B was telling me, and you guys were just, you could tell how hurt he was at Mania.
Oh, it was just horrible.
He freaking does a suplex to him. He's barely helping Brock. He's just like going straight back.
Yeah.
Not arching or anything.
I mean, he looks better now, obviously, because of Ben getting
He looks better with the hair.
Yeah.
Having hair makes him look a little more healthier compared to
he
that
looked
wrestling.
like he had cancer.
That wrestling.
He really did.
It looked horrible.
Heisenberg Undertaker.
Both of
Coming
them
at you.
Both of them are going to be on Raw Monday, which means Taker's having a stroke.
It's going to be another
And
friggin'
then
brawl.
SummerSlam, he's having a heart attack and probably dying.
Alright, if I get another fucking text from anybody saying, oh, this brawl was awesome on Raw, and I go back and watch it, and it sucks again, I'm killing both of you.
It was okay. It wasn't like the old days.
It
Raw.
wasn't an attitude era Raw.
Way too many guys. For one, they had way too many wrestlers out
characters
there.
on that.
They brought him out way too quick.
I think the problem was Tabs broke it to me rather than one of you guys, and she's not used to it. So, like I've explained in the podcast before, I was looking for something like Brock Cena or Brock Triple H, where one guy ended up accidentally bleeding, and there's like
Stone Cold.
Anybody,
Vince.
yeah. But it wasn't to that level.
This was Taker.
Even with Brock and Cena when everybody...
Oh,
it
that
wasn't
was
the whole locker room. It was maybe 10, 15 guys.
And then they had like one of the most brutal matches in recent history.
You know Taker's still not in shape.
Oh,
He's not in wrestling.
No, I didn't notice that when they were together for 2.5 seconds, and then they pulled him apart, and he was out of breath.
I'm sure they told Brock do not suplex the shit out of him because
I'm sure
at his age
he could die.
He could die in the ring.
50 years
All right,
old.
now if Undertaker dies in the ring, does Brock do what Rey Mysterio didn't and pins the dead guy just to end the match?
Possibly, but in fantasy wrestling, that is worth 35 points.
Oh, pinning a dead guy?
Pinning a dead guy.
Killing your opponent's an extra 60?
Dropping someone on their head is 15.
Oh, I'm drafting Owen Hart.
Wait a minute, that's falling from the rafters.
But he also dropped Stone Cold on his head.
That is 100 points.
Oh man, my fantasy wrestling team is going to be nasty. What about stroking out? Bret Hart stroked out, not in the ring, but he stroked out because he got a concussion from Goldberg.
Well, you would have to take Bret Hart
and
Lex
Hart.
Luger and Owen Hart. There's a triple threat right there.
Oh man.
Can I get D'Lo Brown then?
Oh, you're looking at the real D'Lo Brown.
He destroyed Draws, so I call Draws too.
Oh man.
Because he's like in a giant tractor
Wow.
wheelchair.
Did you? I was looking back and I saw somebody post a quote, and it was talking about it was the anniversary of Kurt Angle being the first ever Eurocontinental champion, and his quote was, this was a promo on Raw. He said, "Yes, I'm the first Eurocontinental champion, besides D'Lo Brown, but nobody cares about D'Lo Brown."
No.
Was an actual on-air quote from Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Yes. I wonder how he's doing. He's pretty much dead now, right?
Yep.
Was his neck operated on? Kurt Angle, yeah.
Probably.
I mean, he's got to be dead.
Yeah,
I'm
just
assuming
about.
so. Other than that,
Alright, you remember who else we watched on NXT? Baron Corbin's matches are
yeah,
crappy right now.
I made a status about that. I must have tweeted. I guess I tweeted technically too.
His finisher's cool, but I don't like the 20-second matches.
The fact that he played for the... Did you ever go back and watch the promo we did a few weeks ago? That's a little before you guys started watching. Where he talks about how he was in the NFL and everything. There you go, another guy. I think Baron Corbin is like a good baseline for what you can bring any of those athletes in and do. So like Baron Corbin's a nice little baseline for Josh.
I don't understand the Bull Dempsey things.
Because Bull Dempsey had a match against Tyler Breeze a few weeks ago, and Tyler Breeze just like ran around the ring, and they made it seem like Bull Dempsey got like tired, and he got shit on, and then he was eating Doritos in William Regal's office. William Regal said he was going to fire him, so now they're doing all the funny Bull Dempsey things.
Oh, God, that's stupid.
No, it's so funny.
So basically, that would be ZZ's character.
Jushin Thunder Liger.
Speaking of ZZ, he just pulled in.
Did he?
Yeah, he'll be in the studio in about 2 minutes.
Alright, you guys gonna interview him about NXT this week?
Yeah.
Or not NXT,
We think you should ask him a question this week.
I don't know what to ask him. I never know what to ask him. I'm always so shy around CZ, that's the problem.
Ask him if he masturbates in the shower to any of the girls on the show.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
Alright, I think this is him coming in now.
Here he comes. Hey, ZZ's here.
How you doing, guys? What's going on?
What's going on with you? You made it through another week, brother.
Another week, another bottom three for the ZZ.
How's those titties doing after that slap a couple weeks ago?
They hurt.
Does it heal up yet?
We've still got a little bit of crusty on the nipple, and you know, the alligators, they clean the nipples for you.
I think they do more than clean the nipples. They bite them off.
They clean the nipple. They clean the whole nipple.
So I have a question about. It doesn't look like you're ever going to go home. The fans like you too much, even though you suck in the ring and everything else. What do you have to say to the fans about should you go home or not?
I should not go home. I stood up to those big guys a few weeks ago. You saw me in the ring with Josh. I had a good match, actually. I'm the only one with any character. And did I mention that, first of all, I'm going to bitch at you guys now because you paid the crocodile hunter. A crocodile and an alligator are two separate animals. An alligator is in North America. North America is an American hero. An American hero is many things to a lot of people, and I'm an American hero.
So,
alligators are American heroes. A teddy bear can be an American hero.
I bought these alligator boots the other day. Or crocodile boots.
If it's a crocodile, I don't give a fuck. It's an alligator.
Okay, they're alligator skin boots.
Can I see it?
Ow!
There you go. That's what I think of your alligator boots. And if I see another one of those, I'm going to go back to the swamp and get my alligator friends, and they're going to trim that nice little hair off your face.
Okay, cool. You got any questions for him?
I've actually got a question for him.
Alright, ask him a question.
So, ZZ, do you masturbate to any one of the girls in the shower? Well, you know, that's actually a very good question. I used to actually, when he first left, I would take my peanut butter jelly and my shots of milk and my picture of Patrick and my stuffed alligator, and I would masturbate to the picture of the peanut butter jelly. I'd put it over Patrick, but I needed the frame to keep the peanut butter and the jelly dry with the bread. Because, you know, some people, they just like the jelly and the peanut butter, but no, I like them together, and I need the shots of milk, and they remind me of Patrick, because sometimes Patrick would let me, you know, put my milk in Patrick when everybody else went out, and we couldn't.
So you're gay?
I'm not gay, I'm an alligator fan. I love alligators. I'm an American hero, which could be many things to a lot of people. It
B, you
could
got
be
a question?
teddy bear, it could be a nice set of titties like mine.
That is ridiculous.
All I know is, if I am in the bottom 3 this week, there is no way I'm going home.
Well, look, I don't think you're going to be in the bottom 3 this week because people are retarded and they vote for you.
No, I'm going to be in the bottom 3. There's
Well, you're
there's
going to
no
be in the
way
bottom. Well, yeah, that's true.
I'm not going home.
You're not going home.
I will literally get 100% of the vote. There will be not one vote for no one.
The only way you're going home is if Daniel Bryant saves Tanner and the people like the Yeti, and that's the only way you're going home.
You know, Josh, I don't think he's actually that good. I think he makes some noise. He goes, ooh, like a Yeti or whatever. But let him meet an alligator out there. I've never heard of a Yeti.
We got you a little gift for your masturbation problems.
Thank you.
Maybe rub some of that on your nipple there.
Vaseline.
Some Vaseline lotion.
I will.
And we'll talk to you maybe next week.
As long as I'm still on the show, you will see me rub the
It's like a new segment, talking ZZ.
I don't know what we would do without ZZ on the show, because he brings some great insight into the house, actually.
I think we should see if we can get Sarah Lee on next week.
To be fair, ZZ actually did have a good match. I don't care.
It's because they were chanting for the truffle shuffle.
They did chant ZZ and Josh had the first match. ZZ was the face and Josh was the heel.
Yeah.
And they had the NXT roster come and watch, and all the NXT people were chanting truffle shuffle at ZZ at the beginning of the match. I'm surprised nobody made a comment about that as the judges.
That was hilarious.
Was he getting pissed about it, or
no? He was embracing it. He jiggled his stomach. And he shook the ropes.
He probably doesn't know what the truffle shuffle is.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm too young.
He tried shaking the ropes like Ultimate Warrior.
But with his stomach.
Yeah. I mean, judges liked him for his match, surprisingly. Yeah. I mean, he's improving, but
to be fair, he didn't have to do much. He just had to make Josh look big, which Josh can look big on his own, so...
Hannah's match was good. I liked Hannah's finish.
I really didn't like... The only match I actually really did like was the Josh and ZZ match.
Yeah, the chick fight was awful.
Yeah. And, like, I'm sure Lita's pissed that, like, that's what she has to judge standards by. And that,
yeah.
But, you know, whatever. You can't do much about it. I'm sure if she had her way, then the standard would be closer to what you're seeing in NXT and on Raw late. Well, other than the fucked finish match on SmackDown.
Because Naomi sucks.
I think Charlotte was the one that messed that up from what I heard.
Charlotte was supposed to win.
Yeah.
And Naomi screwed her over and pinned her.
You can look, but you can't touch. To be fair, the referee also knows the finish. And he still counted 3.
Big Bang Theory this year is going to introduce Leonard's other girlfriend.
Leonard has another girlfriend?
I guess so, yeah. I'm trying to find some wrestling news.
When did that come out?
I don't know. At the end of the season,
yeah,
when they were going to get married, he had told her about some girl he was kissing on a boat. Back when he had to go on that expedition somewhere, and they were partying all the time on a boat. Well, he came out and told her that he kissed some girl. I don't even think they were together back then, but I think...
Yeah, they were. Or no, he came back and they ended up having sex or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. She pulled him in the room and they had
coitus.
Sex. Why is there no wrestling news?
I saw Seth Rollins' picture up there. I do know in MMA news, Zach Ertz on the Philadelphia Eagles said Jason